Last article of the day, gang.
Same theme.
San Francisco via Wired magazine. A leak of San Francisco police drone footage exposes the new reality of urban surveillance. Just after noon on a Saturday last month, a Skydio X-10 quadcopter hovered about 200 feet over a San Francisco apartment complex, watching police chase a man hiding behind a parked car. The target of this manhunt lay down on the pavement, apparently unaware that he remained in full view of the flying eye overhead. The 5-pound drone had, in fact, already followed him across the city, zooming in on his black SUV's license plate, keeping the vehicle locked at the center of its video frame until he pulled over. Now it watched the police as they closed in and surrounded him. As the officers approached, the man adjusted his hiding spot, moving to the other side of the parked car. At the moment, however, another Skydio drone zoomed in on his location, one of 4 Skydio quadcopters that had followed the man in just the prior hour. Damn. The OJ chase would have been so different with these fucking...
Yeah.
This one had been called away from a nearby McDonald's where it had been watching 2 people who had exited the suspect's car a few minutes earlier and now began watching him from a second angle. Within seconds, 3 officers converged on the man, 2 pointing weapons at him, then tackled him as half a dozen more police arrived on the scene. Police records provided to Wired by the San Francisco Police Department show the entire street and sky response, followed by from what the SFPD described as an alleged auto-bootstrap incident, the suspect theft of car parts of another object from a vehicle. Oh, sorry, I read that so crazy. Yeah. The suspected theft of car parts of another object from a vehicle. This technology reminds me, I think it's, okay, if you want my honest opinion, I think it's cool when you have this technology in video games.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm like playing Cyberpunk and I can like, before I go in, before I take out these bad guys, I'm going to send in my aerial drone and fucking, have him spy on the, get the drop on him and give me all the data I need. But I like that in the video games because I don't have to live in that fucking world.
Yeah.
I don't have to live in a world where random rogue has surveillance tech where they could just like throw up some shit and now they're watching me from a fucking angle. We put the drone crawled through his pipes and saw his asshole.
Yeah, because there's... Exactly. That's what I was about to say. Now I don't even have to say it.
The drone made its way through his plumbing.
Well, I mean, they mentioned it's a 5-pound drone. I mean, that's impressive technology.
Oh, no, they're going to keep refining.
Yes.
They're going to keep optimizing until the drone is it's a predator, until it's a literal invisible, you don't even know that it's...
So before we get deeper into our conversation, can you just read like the next little paragraph? So I think it gets into our side of the conversation.
The glimpse of modern drone-enabled police surveillance, including the highly sensitive video of this man's physical takedown, wasn't voluntarily released by the SFPD, which, like most U.S. police departments, rarely release drone videos, even in response to public records requests. Instead, it was accidentally live streamed onto the open internet via Skydio's website. That's where 2 security researchers, Sam Curry and Mike Robert, discovered that the SFPD was leaking all of the real-time footage from 5 of its surveillance drones, including both color and thermal imaging, accompanying location metadata, and the drone pilot's name and email addresses. Damn.
Yeah.
To anyone who merely found the public web address where the videos were hosted.
Yeah.
Talk about just negligence. Yeah. Just complete and utter, that's wild.
Yeah. So it brings us to, it brings us to a lot of things we could say. Broadly, okay, the article opens with a story of drones, seeming to help police catch, we'll say catch a bad guy, catch a car thief. But at what cost? At what cost? Because again, like you said, Ashton, this drone isn't just pinpointing on the bad guys and going and making sure officers are safely apprehending them. These drones are watching all of us. And it's in the hands of every police officer. Like theoretically, it could be in the hands of every police officer. We've already covered a story. I believe it was in Colorado where that woman she had just showered. She was in the comfort of her own home.
And the drone
looks out the window, police drone.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and again, one of our themes of today. As this technology becomes more available, we should just assume it's a given. It's going to be implemented onto us right away. There's not been a state entity that has shown to us they have any sort of apprehension on any of this whatsoever.
No legislation being enacted. No politicians being like, "Hey, this is wrong." It's just news. There's so many things that are going crazy. Is this a conspiracy theory? Is Israel and America's military merging?
That is not a conspiracy theory. That is a bill that is in Congress right now, attached to the big defense reauthorization. But it is integrate for our military and the Israeli military to be more officially integrated and more officially as one entity.
Why don't we do that with Zimbabwe?
Yeah.
What other allies do we have? Let's do it with England too. Why is it?
Why don't we do it? Why don't we do it?
An active genocide.
Why don't we do it with the country that we all can see is deliberately trying to gain influence over us?
Yeah.
Spending billions of dollars.
The most goofy second grade propaganda that you ever seen. This is like the propaganda. It's just like you're on the wrong side of history, and it's someone keeps trying to like convince you otherwise. They're trying like, dude, I'm not. The propaganda, the thing with they're spending all these millions, and it's not even good.
Yeah,
it's not convincing. Just kids everywhere are just like, no, fuck Israel. What are you crazy?
Yeah.
They sent Clavicular, whatever his name was, Clavicular. Did you see the Clavicular shit?
I did not know Clavicular was going over.
He went literally. Oh my God, you are going to love this story. You are going to love this story.
All right, let's hear about
brother. Oh my God.
Tell us.
So Clavicular went over to Israel
Yeah.
to do Hasbara. Like openly admitted it on camera, and they're like, "Who's paying you to be here?" He's like, "I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna say. I can't say.
You'll never guess."
And so he's going over there. They get this Gen Z big mega influencer to go over there, and like he's literally there, like, man, everyone's saying all this stuff about Israel. Israel's awesome. The chicks are hot. The scene, the nightclubbing is so cool. They got a lot of hot chicks. Like he kept saying that, like, and that was like his whole thing. Meanwhile, a girl comes on. The hot chick he's talking about is this girl who comes up, and she's like, you want to know how she's hitting on him? And she's like, look at my phone. I have access to the IDF's Instagram. And she's like opening up.
What?
Yeah, literally. She's like, look at my phone.
Yeah.
Completely. That girl is dead now. I'm pretty sure she got in so much trouble.
Yeah.
But what happened is he was doing the press runs while he's like, literally, Motive is going there to big up Israel. Getting there. He's like, this is awesome. I love this place. Starts his press run. They all start hitting him with, why'd you say Heil Hitler in a club? And he's like, come on, man. Why are you? Why don't we talk about all the good that's happening here? And he's just getting hammered by their press. Rightfully so. Nigga, you yelled Heil Hitler in a nightclub. Then you go to a fucking Jewish enclave. What do you like? So they're like completely does the immediate look of like, oh, Israel's getting good press. Immediate flip to bad press because he's like, why don't you apologize for saying Heil Hitler in a nightclub? And he's like, why don't you apologize for wasting my time for bringing me on here? Like he's talking to an Israeli newscaster.
I pledge my allegiance to the Islamic Jihad and the Jenin refugee camp. What do you think about that?
No, he literally walked away. He's like, I'm leaving Israel. He left the next day. Literally left it. And it's just like they shoot themselves in the foot after they shoot a baby. But
I mean, I think like going back to like our topic at hand, like Israel's a good thing to bring up when we're talking about drones. I mean, what our foreign policy eventually comes back with us, and a further integration with Israel is like, okay, if if the imperial boomerang, this concept, which, we have a bunch of instances, a bunch of things to back up this narrative that what we put out in our foreign policy eventually becomes domestic policy, right? We've seen that with police drones, with militarized police, with the ICE concentration camps. But now imagine that our military becomes more integrated with Israel's military. Now our foreign policy, rather than facilitating genocide, now we are directly doing genocide. Now our foreign policy becomes Israel's foreign policy. That's going to make this whole imperial boomerang thing that people on the left talk about all the time, it's going to make it that much worse. Mm-hmm. And it's already a thing. Israel, one of their biggest industries is tech. Surveillance tech specifically. How do they have such a good surveillance tech industry? Because they get to test out surveillance on the people they occupy. Mm-hmm. It's a very dystopian, dark thing to be like, yeah, we have these people caged over here, and hey, we coincidentally have this pioneering surveillance industry that the U.S. is a big customer of. So, even on this story about San Francisco's drone program, Israel is only 1 degree away from being a relevant actor here.
I'll continue the article. If I can find where I was. Sorry, scroll down.
This glimpse of modern drone-enabled police surveillance, including the highly sensitive video of the man's physical... we already read that. Sorry. Oh, no, we haven't.
No, we haven't. Yeah, but like Jaffer was saying, this glimpse of modern drone-enabled police surveillance, including the highly sensitive video of the man's physical takedown, wasn't voluntarily released by the SFPD, which, like most U.S. police departments, rarely release drone videos, even in response to public record requests. Instead... Oh, wait, nope, we have read all this.
You just keep reading.
Okay. Instead...
It was accidentally live streamed
onto the open internet via Skydeal's website. That's where 2 security researchers, Sam Curry and Malik Robert, discovered that the SFPD was leaking all the real-time footage from 5 of its surveillance drones, including both color and thermal imaging, accompanying location metadata, and the drone pilots' names and email addresses to anyone who merely found the public web address where the videos were hosted. Curry and Roberts say they reported the discovery to Skydio around 2 days after discovering it, and it was quickly taken offline. By then, though, the researchers had watched police carry out what appeared to be multiple arrests and searches, as well as tracking cars and individuals from the sky, all visible at a fully public web address. The archive Curry and Robert captured offers a detailed record of SFPD drone operations over about 48 hours in mid-June. It includes 60 videos from 20 separate flights, with each mission recorded from 3 feeds, a color camera, a thermal camera that renders people as heat signatures, and a third view from the drone's rooftop dock. Wired analyzed all 20 color videos with software that detects people, vehicles, and other objects and images. The review found that the cameras had filmed hundreds of people and vehicles across the 20 flights. In a single frame, as a drone hovered over a downtown intersection, the software counted 34 people crossing the street or standing on the sidewalks. Across all these videos, the footage showed clear faces of dozens of people.
Okay, so yeah, I think we could cut off reading from the article there for time. Again, it just goes into more details about all this, but a point we haven't touched on yet that we need to, that's very relevant here, is not only are we giving this power to the police who have already proven they are generally not worthy of this power when it comes to ethics. Mm-hmm. Another example of they also are incompetent. Mm-hmm. They gave these people these researchers, they're not hackers. Mm-hmm. They went and found
just an open website.
Their public leaking of live drone footage.
So someone must have they probably thought it was going to be unlisted if you don't. But how do you even? Damn.
The article details it, but we don't have time to go into it,
yeah.
but it doesn't really matter. The point is, it was an easy thing that they messed up. It was not the company's fault. The company did not make an error. The police made an error in using the company's technology.
So it's one thing to have this technology that no one publicly benefits us outside of like the excuse of crime. It'll lower crime, but crime's already lowering with socioeconomic, factors taking root. But it's like, not only do we not want this thing, these people are negligent. They're using it and they're being negligent with it. Yeah. You can just be stalked. You can just be people. The last thing I underestimate, I recognize how good people are with data. And like with somebody, the right person is going to find that footage and know what to do with it, and know how to stalk people and know how to just, use it to their benefit, whether it be good or bad. And we can only hope it's only the most positive things can come from it. But that's the dangers of leaking live, a 24-hour live stream of people. You're putting people at risk. We can only hope that people do the right thing.
Yeah. At a certain point in the article, it talks about like watching all this footage they had and like what they not learn from it, but like what they felt from that. Mm-hmm. And just like, there was a drone that it was like, oh, we got a suspect of this crime, And so the drone went and found the guy and just followed him around. Mm. Turns out apparently wasn't the guy because no police was called over him.
But you don't even know.
For a while, exactly, didn't even know. They said none of the people that they watched, that they literally watched going about their day, ever looked up. None of them noticed they were being followed. And so these researchers were sitting and watching this guy on his lunch break outside, sitting on the roof of his company office, thinking he was totally alone, enjoying his lunch. He wasn't. He was being watched potentially by anyone because they're leaking this shit.
I saw in NYPD they put out a post like literally yesterday or the day before yesterday, and it was of the drone. They were brazenly showing drone footage capturing these two like kids who were hiding under this thing, and they had a gun, and they were able to like zoom in and see the gun, and so they're Wired. Some of these officers, they're coming out with it. NYPD is coming out with a drone, like proudly showing their drone footage, which is just horrifying.
Crazy. Yeah.